The First World War ended in 1919 with the Treaty of Versailles. This treaty blamed Germany for the war. It imposed harsh punishments on the defeated nation. Germany lost territory, had to disarm its military, and was forced to pay heavy reparations. These terms were deeply resented by the German people. They felt humiliated and unfairly treated. The treaty created a climate of bitterness and anger. This paved the way for extremist ideologies to take root. The German economy was in ruins after the war. Hyperinflation crippled the country in the early 1920s. The Great Depression in the 1930s further worsened the situation. Millions of Germans were unemployed and struggling to survive. People were desperate for a solution to their problems. They became receptive to radical ideas and promises of change. The Weimar Republic, Germany's new democratic government, was weak and unstable. It was unable to effectively address the country's problems. Political extremism flourished in this environment. Many Germans longed for a return to the days of a strong and powerful Germany. They yearned for a leader who could restore their national pride. Amidst this turmoil, Adolf Hitler and his National Socialist German Workers' Party, or Nazi Party, rose to prominence. Hitler was a charismatic and ruthless leader. He skillfully exploited the widespread discontent and economic hardship. He promised to restore Germany to its former glory. He vowed to overturn the Treaty of Versailles. He appealed to nationalist sentiment and promised to make Germany strong again. The Nazi Party's ideology was based on extreme nationalism, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism. Hitler blamed Jews for Germany's problems. He used them as scapegoats for the country's economic woes and social ills. He promised to create a racially pure Aryan society. He appealed to the fears and prejudices of the German people. He gained a large following among those who felt disenfranchised and disillusioned. Through propaganda and intimidation, the Nazis gradually gained control of the German government. Hitler became Chancellor in 1933. He quickly consolidated his power and established a totalitarian dictatorship. He banned all other political parties. He suppressed freedom of speech in the press. He used violence and terror to silence his opponents. As Hitler rearmed Germany, violating the Treaty of Versailles, Britain and France adopted a policy of appeasement. They hoped that by giving in to some of Hitler's demands, they could avoid another devastating war. They were weary of war after the horrors of World War I. They believed that Hitler's ambitions were limited. The Munich Agreement of 1938 was a defining moment in the policy of appeasement. Britain and France agreed to let Germany annex the Sudetenland, a German-speaking region of Czechoslovakia. They believed that this would satisfy Hitler's territorial ambitions. However, it only emboldened him. It showed him that the Western powers were weak and unwilling to fight. Hitler's appetite for expansion grew. He soon violated the Munich Agreement by occupying the rest of Czechoslovakia in 1939. The world watched with growing alarm. The policy of appeasement had clearly failed. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. This act of aggression shattered the fragile peace. Britain and France, realizing that Hitler could not be appeased, declared war on Germany. World War II had begun. The German invasion of Poland showcased a new military tactic, blitzkrieg or lightning war. This strategy involved rapid, coordinated attacks using tanks, aircraft, and infantry. It aimed to overwhelm the enemy quickly and decisively. The Polish army, though brave, was no match for the German war machine. The invasion of Poland marked the beginning of a global conflict that would last for 6 long years. It would claim the lives of millions and leave Europe in ruins. The seeds of this devastating war were sown in the aftermath of World War I, with the Treaty of Versailles and the rise of extremist ideologies. The failure of appeasement further fueled Hitler's ambitions and ultimately led to the outbreak of war.